Hey guys, me like Big Boom here, and welcome to Unturned 3.17.16.0. This week's update added some awesome new features to the vehicles in the game, and that is the addition of destructible tires as well as the addition of batteries that have the ability to run out and require replacement. All of this stuff is designed to make owning a vehicle for a long period of time and using it over and over more difficult than it currently is. As of now, if you find a vehicle, which they are actually pretty rare, especially unlocked, once you have one, you are pretty much set. The only thing you have to do is just blowtorch it every once in a while, depending on the amount of stuff you hit, and fill it up with gas. That was really it. Once you had a vehicle, you're set, you're good to go, you can use it to drive around the entire map. Now there is a bit more to it. Now to start, I suppose I should show you guys how the batteries work currently in Unturned. As Nelson puts it, he says all vehicles now spawn with a battery, and the battery charges while the engine is running and drains down if headlights and sirens are left on with the engine off. Now in the beginning I had this police car running with its sirens on and its headlights on, and now its battery is down to 20% because I left that on without leaving the vehicle running. If the vehicle is completely out of battery like this black off-roader is, you will not be able to start it, as you can see here. If you want to fill it back up again, you're going to have to find a battery either from another vehicle or something like that, and put it in by just equipping the battery, clicking on it, and now it's at full and you are good to go. Now the odds of your battery actually running out in the first place isn't actually all that high. I mean, it charges when the vehicle is running. The only way that you can get a battery to drain out is by leaving the lights on without the vehicle on, and that isn't going to happen very often at all. Really, the main benefit of having these battery things is that you're able to remove it from the vehicle, like so, by clicking steal battery, and then now this vehicle cannot be stolen, really, unless a thief has both a steely wheelie and a car battery to both unlock it and get it going. Now Nelson says that if the battery runs out while you are driving, which I'm not sure how that would be possible considering it charges while you are driving, he says the headlights, taillights, and sirens will stop working. So I would assume you'd be able to do that by removing the battery without it on, but it just won't fire the spark plug, so you won't really go anywhere. But regardless, that is the car battery. That's going to make it pretty useful for those who do not want their car to be stolen. But that does make it more difficult for those who don't have cars. So for those who don't have cars, this next edition might be useful for you because you can actually shoot the tires out of passing vehicles. So for example, let's say you have this police car that's driving by. Let's just kind of park it out in the street and imagine like somebody's driving it. Instead of just shooting at its regular engine bay or something like that, like you would before, now it might actually be wise to aim for those wheels, because if you hit those wheels, it completely blows them off the vehicle and it makes driving the vehicle pretty dang hard. Oh no, I don't want to run into the caltrips. Alright, back up. Back up. I'm kind of doing a burnout here. Alright. Try and turn away from that. There we go. So it's kind of, I've got more thrust on my right wheel. Yeah, okay, so driving is definitely screwed up when you remove the rear right wheel. But if you remove like a front wheel, it's actually not too bad. So we'll remove this one. It just makes steering a little more difficult. Yeah, see, it's not too bad. Removing both the front wheels completely disables steering overall. Oh, that missed. How are these missing? There we go. Alright, and now I can't turn at all. It's like I'm driving a sled down a hill. I don't want to get too far away from my other vehicles here. Now, in regards to the APC here, of which is immune to small arms fire, also same with the wheels, I thought that perhaps shooting it with a high caliber weapon, of which can damage it, will also be able to destroy the tires, but as it turns out, you cannot destroy the tires at all with armored vehicles. So an APC is like the best vehicle in the game. It's amphibious, it holds a bunch of seats, it's armored, it protects the passengers, and the tires cannot be popped. That is crazy. Also, because of these new destructible tires, caltrips actually have a use now. Running over those just destroyed my front left tire, so you gotta be looking out on the road for people who place down caltrips and similar things like wooden spikes. Actually, I'm not sure if wooden spikes will be able to destroy tires, but anything that kind of may be in the road, you got to be careful for. So I'm gonna have to pull over and do a quick tire change. So I blew my wheel out completely, but that's okay. That's okay. As long as you have an extra wheel, just clicking on it will just kind of screw a new wheel on. It has the same sound as screwing on a new filter, which I find is kind of comical. But once it's on there, I mean, you're good to go. Those wheels can be found at gas stations and mechanic locations. They're actually pretty common, but you do have to get out of your vehicle in order to change the wheel, which is probably not the best position for you to be in. I wonder if driving it on two wheels in opposite corners is possible. No, not really. Now in regards to the APC, it does have those invincible tires that are immune to gunshots, and that also means that it is invincible to these caltrips as well. We can drive over those. It doesn't even make a noise at all. The APC is just amazing until you come across a guardrail. That's APC's worst enemy. Yeah. You gotta look out for those guardrails, man. Back on the topic of those who do not have vehicles but would like vehicles, if you come across one that's driving by, pop those tires out, shoot the driver as he's frantically trying to find some cover, and then now you've scored yourself a brand new car. One thing that I do think, it's just too easy to destroy the tires on these things, even from a distance, just kind of shooting in the general tire direction. As long as you get one shot on that wheel, it is completely destroyed and that vehicle is immobilized. I think that's a little too crazy. I mean, it may be realistic for one shot to destroy a tire, but for the sake of balance, I think it would be nice if it took like 2 shots, because in this case, you'd just be driving by, minding your own business, when one shot out of nowhere completely disables your vehicle. And you're just going to have to deal with whoever's shooting at you. So I do think that there is room for a little bit of balancing there, but then again, I haven't even tried it out on a vanilla server yet. It could be perfectly balanced the way it is. What are your guys' thoughts as of now in regards to these new vehicle changes? Do you like it? Do you have any further suggestions beyond that? Comment your guys' thoughts down below. Lastly, Nelson said that he finished up most of the Hawaii cosmetics and skins. Hopefully, that means that Hawaii is coming soon within 1 to 3 weeks. That's going to be pretty hype, but other than that, that's pretty much everything that was added in Unturned 3.17.16.0. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do all that gibberish, because me like Big Boom is out.